Well, sometimes we have data and we want to look at some of the data, but not all of it. And so we need to learn how to filter out the stuff that we want to look at or filter out the stuff we don't want to look at so that we're just looking at what we don't want to see. It's called filtering, and I'm going to show you how to use that tool. So let's go pull up a file. You've got this in your list of files in iLearn that you can download. So I'm going to go down to my new data source. I'm going to pull up my Microsoft Excel file, and I'm going to pull this time a file called Cookville Medical Supplies Accounts Receivable. So I've got this file, and I'm going to drag it over here so I can look at it. There's my file, and that's not what I want because it's got some problems with it because it's got that doggone header problem listed in it. There it is with the header problem eliminated. So again, if you download it and you've got the problem, you're going to have to go clean up those first few rows so that to make sure that these items end up as your headers. So when I go to this file and I want to manipulate it, let's say I'm simply going to pull first, I'm going to want the amount due is what I'm going to want, and I'm going to want it by customer. And so I've got all these different customers that owe me money. I also want to do it by city. So now what I've got is I've got up here, it tells me at the top what each of these people is. I can hover over it, it'll tell me exactly what it is, but down here it tells me what city. I've got a lot of customers in Cookville. So the question then becomes, first of all, if I just take customer and I put it over color, it's going to show me all these different Cookville colors. And Cookville not always the same, so I don't like that too well. But if I do it by city, excuse me, so let's just do it by city. And what we're going to find is we're going to find that Cookville is always this color green, but it looks like some of the others are green, so that doesn't help me either. So let's say what I really want to do is I want to filter this and just look at the Cookville data, at the Cookville customers. So I'm going to drag this over into filters. Another way to do this, by the way, and we'll show you in a minute, there's an alternative way to get to this. So I just want to see the Cookville. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click off everything except Cookville. See if there's any, yeah, there's Sparta in there. And I'll hit OK. And now what it's going to give me is just the customers for Cookville. So I can actually take city off of that, and it's going to give me the same thing. Now I've got my names down here of all of my Cookville customers. So now I can ignore all the others. If I wanted to go into this, I could edit this filter, and I could choose then, so that's not what I want to do. I want to go to edit filter, and I might want to add Sparta to this because Sparta it's pretty close and probably do a lot of business there. And say there's the customers from Sparta and for Cookville. If I wanted to know which ones are Cookville and which ones are Sparta, I'd move over here, and then I'd also in city I change the color so I can easily see the pink ones are the Sparta customers, the green ones are the Cookville customers. In fact, if I pull city out of that, it still keeps the same reference. So I can tell which customers are Cookville, which customers are Sparta. I can then arrange it. Let's say I want to arrange them to largest to smallest. I can see that my largest 4 customers are in Cookville. Then I've got a couple of big ones in Sparta and a couple just about the same size. So then it starts to drop off, okay? But I can tell my 4 largest customers are right here in Cookville. So this can be a very easy tool. Filtering is a great thing. If you want to filter by something, just pull it in to the filters category and then go in and filter it. Now I said I was going to show you an alternative way to get to this. Let's go back to let's get rid of that, and let's go back to our original filter. We don't have anything done yet. And so let's go back in and create our amount due, and we're going to put in our customers again. And whoops, didn't drag it enough there. And I'm going to put in my city again. So I've got that same file, but this time what I want to do is I want to create the filter differently. I don't want to drag it over here. I could just click on this right here, and it'll ask me if I want to keep it or exclude it. This is the only one I want to keep, so I would click on that, and it's going to give me all these different customers. If I click up here in the top part of it, it makes them all, highlights them all again. Again, if I got rid of the city, it would put the names down here instead of at the top, and that might be more what I want. Again, I can manipulate it. Another way to do this, we get the filter out of there. Another way to do this is to click on the, if I drag city over here, I can click on that and I can show the filter, or I can create a filter just by clicking on the down arrow for that particular variable. So I can do it that way. Uh, so you can sort these files and just look at the data you just want to by looking at filters. Filters are going to be really important for you.